I'll get copyrighted.
Norm and Benny are historians. Mouin is a Middle East analyst. And Steven is a sex researcher on everything from...
What do you do if you don't know the answer? Do you just make something up? Just look it up then, I guess, no?
...fetishes to relationships. A con man, a fraud, and would be remiss if I didn't mention he's also a sex worker. This is the Lex Fridman podcast. And now, dear friends, here's Norman Finkelstein, Benny Morris, Mouin Rabbani, and Steven Borreli.
Your name, please?
Steven Borreli.
Okay. Mr. Borreli, I'm a lot more literate than you, Mr. Borreli.
I'm going to believe the guy that wrote the
read
stuff.
What Wikipedia says.
That's not controversial.
Mr. Borreli.
Those kids weren't just on the beach, as is often stated in articles. Those kids were literally coming out of a previously identified Hamas compound that they had operated from. They literally did. You can Google it. You can Google it.
With all due respect, you're such a fantastic moron. It's terrifying.
But you only select what the UN says that you like.
See, the problem, Mr. Borreli, is you don't know the English language. You don't.
I can read from the UN website itself. In regards to the Great March of Return, they said, while the vast majority of protesters have acted in a peaceful manner, during most protests, dozens have approached the fence attempting to damage it.
I can't believe he keeps talking the whole time. Jesus.
Do not tell me what I don't understand.
For Palestinians.
I don't spend my nights on Wikipedia. I read books. I admit that as a signal.
Waste of time.
Yeah, I know books are a waste of time.
They could be.
To see the misrepresentations that Mr. Borreli, based on his Wikipedia entry.
Okay.
Because
let me read.
You might recall, Mr.
You do more music content on reactions. The Avidus Zildjian Company channel is some of the best music. Wow, I'll keep that in mind.
Let me read it. Let me read it. I didn't want to read one.
Let him read.
It is absolutely not. You're dead wrong.
Mr. Borreli, please don't teach me about the English language.
Did you read the case? It is
Mr.
a highly
Borreli,
special intent.
I'm going to ask you again.
Yes.
Please stop displaying your imbecility.
Okay, I'm sorry if you think the declaration of the challenge is imbecility.
Don't put on public display that you're a moron. At least have the self-possession to shut up. Did I read the case?
Putting my display on camera. If you're comfortable putting yours in books, okay?
I read the case around 4 times.
They just don't show genocidal intent.
Brace yourself.
The Israeli Minister of Finance on the 8th of October, 2023, to condemn every nation that goes to war.
Mr. Borreli,
Wait, you do know how to pronounce my name. Are you mispronouncing it intentionally?
He made you into an Italian all the time.
By your solicitude for international law. Is it the inadmissibility of
Why did he hate you so much from the jump? Poisoned well. Somebody must have told him enough about me to not the motor mouth, the Wikipedia, whatever. I guess he'd been already told by his handlers what to say to me, and then that was it.
Acquisition of territory by force.
Which is meaningless.
It may be meaningless to you, Mr.
It was
Borreli.
meaningless to everyone in the region.
Mr. Borreli.
Why does he never respond? Does he respond to a single question that I ask in this entire debate?
467.
Mr. Borreli.
Why does he take so long to say my name here?
Who organized this trip to 467?
I feel like he was thinking of like, what do I want to call him this time? And he's like, Borreli.
Mr. Borreli, don't change the subject. If you don't know what you're talking about, at least have the humility. You talk about chapter 6. You don't know chapter 6.
How close has 242 gotten to the Palestinians for peace?
From tweet 5. You have no idea what you're talking about. It's just so embarrassing. At least have some humility. Between us, we've read maybe 10,000 books on the topic, and you've read 2 Wikipedia entries, and you start talking about chapter 6. Do you know what chapter 7 is?
Answer me.
Do you know what chapter 7 is?
Answer me a question. How close has 242 gotten the Palestinians to a state?
How
close has the 2004 advisory opinion gotten the West Bank settlement?
What's your alternative?
The actual alternative. The actual
Destiny should talk about making money off
your
of
media
idiocy.
blitz.
Listen to this.
The only option is combat.
Mr. Borreli is now an expert on Palestinian mentality.
Where was a good faith effort.
We have a written record.
With all due respect.
We have a written record,
Mr. Pop Historian,
Borreli.
you can't even read the written records. I don't know why you're referring
Excuse me? I just said there are 15,000 pages on Annapolis.
And I'm sure you cherry-picked your favorite quotes from all of them, okay? That's great. That's great.
Mr. Borreli, at least I had a quote to cherry-pick.
That's great.
All you have is Wikipedia.
I gave you quotes.
All you have is Wikipedia.
Do you want quotes?
Nobody asked for all of Israel. Why
What do you mean? They asked for all of Israel in 48. They asked for all of Israel in 67.
Okay,
What do you
Mr.
think those
Brunel,
wars were about? You're not going to respond to anything I'm saying because you have no answer.
I'll respond to you.
That's correct.
Okay, Mr. Brunel.
I should have assassinated him here when he said I will respond to you, and then he's like, in 2018.
If you're a historian, if you do all this work, then tell me what they said. Don't just tell me a sentence. Tell me by what metric.
Mr. Brunel.
He's not going to answer again.
I don't think I've avoided any of your questions except when they breached the threshold of complete imbecility.
Because they were fake, or that maybe 51% of the people were killed by Hamas and Islamic Jihad, but 49% were killed by IDF helicopters.
Thank you, Norm. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Mouin. Thanks for listening to this conversation with Norman Finkelstein.
No disrespect to you with the edits. You're an excellent debater. Respect the work you put into work. Learning about this topic. Appreciate the reaction. Oh, no problem. Out of context politics. Oh, it was a funny video. You're good. We can all laugh at ourselves a little bit every now and then. Like there was this tweet on my subreddit or picture on my subreddit. I thought this was a cute picture.